Hello, friends. Welcome back to the podcast and happy December. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you felt wrapped in love around friends and family, wherever you were, whether you traveled or stayed at home. I know for me, it was a wonderful celebration. We traveled to see our kids. One of our adult daughters hosted Thanksgiving, and it was just what my heart and soul needed. We have kids that live all over the U.S., and so for all of us to be together is just something that fills my heart and soul. And for those of you that are midlife moms and have older children, I'm sure you understand how that feels. And I needed some time away. I didn't even do a podcast last week because I just needed to rest. I was kind of hitting burnout, and I needed just to step away for a little bit. So I am back. I feel revitalized and energized, and I'm excited to be here. And I'm excited for this day. It's a pivotal moment for me in this journey and the life of this podcast and the path that we're on together. I'm really excited to share what's been on my heart, some things that I've been creating, and it feels a bit like coming home. Today, I am reintroducing to you the name and the vision and the movement that has been a part of me from the very beginning. I'm returning the podcast name to Hello Reldo Women. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to share why, what I've been through over these last many months, the mission, and why this movement matters so much to me and to you. So if you're new here, welcome. Redlo is older spelled backwards. It has been the part of everything I've done from the very beginning. It was the original name of the podcast. It remains my business name. And Redlo actually has a persona. I write about her in my book, Step Forward. I know it seems quirky. I know it seems goofy. I know it's way outside the box, but that's really who I am, to be really honest and transparent. In my book, I share 10 metaphors of shoes. Those are the shoes that I needed to step into in order to step forward with my life. And they are 10 shoes that I encourage you to step into as well in order to step forward with your life. And one of those shoes is the Hello Reldo high heel. And the shoe represents confidence. And that's the goal that I have for all of us. Because in this season of life, we have a tendency to not feel like we have any value, that we're not worthy, right? We've accomplished all these things. We've raised children. We've had careers. We've pivoted. We've reinvented ourselves. We've probably moved. And we've done all these things. We've managed households. And we get to this place and we don't feel like we have any value, which is so ridiculous, right? But we do. And so I am here to empower you and to remind you all that you are. So stepping into this confidence is my goal for every single one of us. It is stepping into that shoe where you can throw your shoulders back and stand a little taller. When you step into that room, I want you to know that you belong and that you deserve to have a seat at that table. Redlo isn't just a word. It's actually a rally cry. It's a movement. It's for the woman who's ready to step forward, to rediscover herself, to reclaim her voice, and to redefine what it means to be a midlife woman. For so long, I believe that society has really led us to believe that we're supposed to shrink back and kind of fade into the background, right? But did you know that midlife women are actually the fastest growing age demographic in entrepreneurship? It's true. So much data shows that women are stepping forward and creating courses and coaching programs and podcasts and writing books. And it's so exciting. And I'm here to empower you and remind you that you can do it too. If I can start a podcast, if I can write a book at 59 and publish it and coach women, so can you. So Redlo is about reinvention. It's about boldly stepping forward into this season of life with that confidence and that clarity and that courage and our next purpose. Redlo is for the woman who knows that there's more ahead of her than what was behind. It's for the woman who's tired of playing small and ready to use her voice to make an impact. It's for the woman who is ready to create a life and a business built on her terms and with all her experience. So, I am Redlo, you are Redlo, we are Redlo, and together we are rewriting our stories and what it means to be a midlife woman. So, why did I change back to Redlo? Well, a while back, I got advice from a coach. She advised me to make my podcast clearer and to change the name. And I actually did it like 2 or 3 times. And each time I did it, I wasn't happy with anything I was doing because I was moving farther away from my vision. And all fine and good. I mean, her advice is great, but she teaches a program in a specific way. But it just didn't resonate. And it'd be one thing if I had like this long, in-depth conversation with her about what I was doing, but it was literally like a 15-minute hot seat kind of consultation. And I was trying to explain my book and what it was and blah, 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 blah. But, here we are. And so I've had to step back over these last few months and decide, who am I? What am I really teaching? I've got to be authentic to me. I am outside the box. I am a leader. I am someone who wants to empower and encourage you to be true to who you are and to trust your gut. And if I'm doing that, I have to stay true to who I am. Step Forward isn't going away. Step Forward is the name of my book, and I'm still talking about the same content, but for some reason, it's just the overall meaning and purpose. Redlo is the overall arching brand and the business, and then under that, I have other pillars, and Step Forward is one of them. It's the action. It's what I do to encourage you to take that action in every single episode, in every course I teach, and with every conversation. It's a tagline that I use, but it's not the brand. Redlo is the mission and the movement and the brand, and it's me empowering you through that to step forward. Anyway, over the last several months, I've been struggling, and I just was thinking about the other day, I thought about something that Ed Milet said. He said, we must get quiet and listen to our soul and our spirit. That's where God lives. The enemy lives in the doubts and the fears and the lies that are within our mind. And we have to get quiet with our soul. We have to listen to that whisper that's in our soul. And Redlo has been my mission. Every time I think about it, talk about it, I get so excited about it. And I have to pay attention to that, right? I got that vision in the middle of the night. I woke up and just scribbled it, wrote it all down so quickly. That wasn't my idea. That came from a deeper place, a higher power, God, right? It didn't come from me. And I've got to trust that. And even in that course that I took, she talks about that. But I don't know where the disconnect was. But it's okay. I've learned so much from that. And I've also heard Trent Shelton say, and you probably have too, that when you're given a vision, it's your vision. If you put on someone else's glasses, you can't see through their glasses. You can only see through the prescription you've been given if you wear glasses. And I wear glasses, right? So that vision is mine. I'm the only one that can see through that because that's a specific prescription that's been given to me. It wasn't made for someone else. And I've realized along this journey that I've given my power away. I've allowed someone else to look through my glasses, and they can't see my vision. It's blurry. They couldn't see Redlo. They don't see what the movement and the community and the rally cry really is for midlife women. And so I did a little bit of research thinking about other people that have named businesses kind of quirky outside the box names, right? Things that we didn't even think were really a name until they really were. I thought about Jamie Kern Lima with It Cosmetics, right? And the amount of times that she was rejected over and over and over. And thank goodness she didn't give up. She kept going. She kept believing in herself. And I love her so much because she has such an inner strength. She's not really loud and, she's got this inner strength that is something that I respect so much. And she sold It Cosmetics for $1.2 billion to L'Oreal. Pretty amazing. When Sarah Blakely started Spanx, people probably thought that was kind of a quirky name, but she trusted her gut. She thought it was funny and memorable. And guess what? It stuck. She too sold her company, or at least a large stake of it, to Blackstone for $1.2 billion. Other examples of quirky names that have worked is Google. It was derived from Google, a math term, but it really had no meaning to most people, right? And they changed it to Google. Etsy was chosen because it sounded playful and kind of international. It had no literal meaning, but it's cute, it's fun, it's playful, right? And then Zappos. Zappos was inspired by zapatos. Oh, that means shoes in Spanish. And if I'm not saying that correctly, forgive me. I didn't look up the exact pronunciation. But it's quirky. And it became a name that people resonated with because of the excellent service that they provided. But when you think of shoes, you now think of Zappos, but you wouldn't have thought of it in the beginning, right? So I give you these examples because when I'm teaching people to name their podcast, you have to love it. You have to feel it in your soul. You have to be excited about it. But the thing about podcasting is that it's super creative. And I have to stick to what I believe, what I want my overall business to be. And then under that, I have these different pillars. And I need to stand in my truth. And if I'm going to step forward and say, I am Redlo, you are Redlo, we are Redlo, we're stepping forward as older women, then I need to hold on to that vision. So Redlo is about rediscovery. It's about reclaiming the parts of yourself that you put aside for a very long time. It's about taking back your voice and your purpose and your power as a midlife woman. It's about rising up together as women in this season of life. It is being vibrant and bold and brave and being full of possibility. It's a movement. It's a community of women who refuse to be defined by their age or anyone else's expectations. So I'm going back to Redlo, and I'm excited about it. There are some mistakes that I made, and I want to share those. And I think it's okay as we are growing and moving forward with everything we do. We start messy, I kind of jump in and just do things and then think, oh my gosh, what the heck did I just do? It's kind of how I operate. I don't really overthink it. I kind of dive in, and sometimes I make a mess of it, but I'm okay with that. If we don't do it that way, we're never going to take the action. And so what I've learned is, number one, mistakes are part of our growth, right? And I think I love what Sarah Blakely talks about in that failure is part of our progress, right? It's okay that we make mistakes. If we get so worried about trying to avoid making a mistake, we're never going to grow. And every mistake we make is a stepping stone towards clarity. It refines us. It's like going through the fire, right? With everything that we do, we kind of get refined to get closer to our goal. And we're constantly growing, constantly learning, constantly gaining clarity within our business. Number two, you have to trust your gut and your vision. And I know this now more than ever. You have an idea, you have a vision, and you have to believe it, and you have to trust it. And you've heard Jamie Kern-Lehman talk about that. I admire Jamie Kern-Lehman and Sarah Blakely so much. You have to be who you are and stand in your truth. Be quirky, be outside the box. Know that you know that you know. Trust your inner knowing. Trust that spirit that God gives you in you, right? Trust the spirit that lives within you. No one else can see through the lens of your vision. It's yours, and it's yours alone. Celebrate it. Don't doubt it. Keep stepping forward. Number three, authenticity is a non-negotiable. You have to be authentic and true to who you are. And I'm sharing this because I've made my mistakes. I've got to stay true to who I am. And Redlo represents the entire vision for what I want to do to help women move forward with courage and with confidence. And when we show up authentically as ourselves, we draw people in. We're being honest, we're being genuine, and we give other people permission to do the same. Number four, mistakes build resilience and strength. I'm excited. I'm glad I've made these mistakes. I'm glad that I took a detour. I'm glad that I've tried these other things and realized, okay, this is my vision. I can do this. I can step forward. I can be outside the box. I can be different. I can be quirky. The reason I love Redlo is because it is different. It's quirky. No one else can trademark it. It's such a quirky name, and I don't have to worry about that, right? So I hope this inspires you. I'm committed to helping you as a midlife woman step forward, to find your voice, and to rediscover who you are in this chapter of life. And I'm here to encourage you to find your voice and believe that you can start a business and live a life that you love. So what's next for us, right? Over these next coming weeks, as we step into the new year, we are going to be doing some great things. I'm going to bring back the Redlo Roundtable, which was meeting once a month and having conversation. We'll be doing that in a Facebook group. I will also be creating a membership, and we are going to dive into my Speak course again in January that will really help you use your voice and rediscover who you are and how you can speak with confidence and create impact. We'll also be talking about reinvention and leadership and how to step forward with ways that feel authentic to you. And I'm going to show you how to turn your life experience into a business that creates a wonderful life of freedom and fulfillment. We're not slowing down, friends. We are stepping forward. So let's get excited. I'm excited about Redlo Women. You will see that on the next podcast. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for this mission and this purpose to step forward with your life and to believe in all that you are. Know that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are valued. And together, we are Redlo, and we are stepping forward. Have an amazing day. God bless. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a few key takeaways that you can apply to your life. And I hope you see the value and the importance of being authentic and true to who you are. We're going to be diving into that even more in the coming months here on the podcast. But on December 12th, I'm offering a free workshop from 11 to 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be sharing my 4-part Step Forward framework. That means helping you start right where you are. I want to help you break through those limiting beliefs, those things that are holding you back from your dream and your vision and your goals right now. I want to help you take courageous action. What is that one thing that you really want to do to be ready for 2025? I will help empower your voice. I want you to be true to who you are, to speak authentically. What is it that you really want to do? Then number 4, we're going to prioritize progress over perfection. I have found so often we just get stuck in that perfectionism and it keeps us from stepping forward. So please join me. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to get to know you even more and you can get to know me. So I hope to see you on December 12th. I'll put that here in the show notes. Have an amazing day.